2017, the year that was the most productive for my game development. My dear friend Max and I were squeezing everything we could out of that year. We were making all sorts of games, but one in particular has stuck with me to this day. Around February, Max created a prototype for a platformer called Game of Shadows. The first time I saw it, I knew it was a great game and that we had to finish it and release it somewhere. We decided on the Play Store. The game only sold a few copies, but we still were happy that the game was complete from A to Z. Simple as it was, but a finished project nonetheless. Sometime later, I decided to fully switch from Construct 2 to Unity. And the project that was supposed to help me do it, I spent several months on it and learned a lot, and I owe this game the biggest impact on my career as a game developer. I even started the short devlog, well, just one episode, but it helped me open up more about sharing my work. Actually, the gameplay you're watching now is straight from the devlog. I got a lot of positive comments, even Fairly left one, creator of Jellyfields. Everything related to Game of Shadows Between Worlds really put the wind in my sails. The project evolved, it changed colors, its name, and even the core gameplay a bit. I really liked the game in that state. The puzzles were all there, and the polishing was almost done. But after a few months I took a break. I stopped seeing it as a fun, engaging game. Voices in my head started saying it was just an ordinary platformer with nothing new to offer. In the meantime, I got a job, and the project ended up in eternal limbo, seemingly finished yet unreleased. Until today. Welcome to Game of Shadows 2. Wait, what? Game of Shadows 2? I told you it's supposed to be different. Welcome to Void², a minimalist puzzle platformer focused on exploring the world, filling the void, and gathering scattered elemental pieces. As a fresh start for my devlogs and indie game development, I want to finish and release Void² from A to Z as my first personal release on Steam. I'm starting this project completely from scratch using all the knowledge I've gained over the years and adding features I've always wanted but didn't know how to implement back then. My hack and plan is slowly but surely filling up with new tasks, which keeps the project organized and ensures that this time I'll cross the finish line. But wait a second, what is the game actually about? Void² is a platformer where the main character scatters particles while running. Walls, spikes or saws, everything remains invisible until it comes into contact with our particles, or until we die, splashing debris all over the area. How does it work? In Unity, each particle can simulate collision physics, stopping or bouncing off walls. Upon collision, I take the contact point, extract its world coordinates, and map them to tile map coordinates. Each such collision increases the alpha value of that specific tile. I also added a soft body to player using a bone-based system. Each bone affects the sprite with weights distributed across the entire mesh, causing it to deform dynamically. I gave each bone a rigid body to add physics to the cube, along with springs that connect two adjacent points and one opposite point. This way each bone exerts the same force on the others, keeping the whole structure together. For now I'm really digging the more lively look of the player, though there are still few visual things to polish. I'll definitely be tweaking the particles themselves, since they play the leading role here. Too few of them or too high a velocity could get pretty annoying during gameplay. Now it's time for the main menu. You might wonder why I'm tackling this so early on. Well, I come from a game dev background, but graphic design has been with me throughout this entire journey. Creating menus is incredibly fun for me, and that fun is just extra fuel for my motivation. I believe in doing what keeps me excited about the project, rather than strictly following the proper order. That's all for the visual side. Now it's time for coding. Using Dutwin, a library for interpolated animations, I'll create the scene transitions. In the future, I plan to use an ink spill effect for these transitions, but for now, what I have is enough. While coding, I wasted a lot of time trying to pass Unity events as method arguments. I completely forgot that a better fit for this task would be in action. I decided to create static events for easy access to transitions from anywhere in the code. I also added the ability to invoke methods right after animation finishes. This allows me to load scenes smoothly without unnecessary wait time. Now, few more tweaks, fine-tuning the timing and fades, adding a scalable shape as a part of the animation, and now we can check the results. Everything is working great for now, and I'm reaching the end of this devlog. If you enjoyed it, I would love if you could leave a like and subscribe. Also, let me know in the comments what would you like to see in a game like this, and what's your favorite puzzle platformer, or just write whatever you want.